Ginley, the WJCU sports director. So again, thank you for tuning in today and watching this video as part of my leadership project. So if you saw the other videos before, I went over Adobe Audition as well as the board as a whole, and I went over the kit. And make sure to check out the rest of the website if you have not seen those yet. But now what I want to do is go over some troubleshooting tips. And this is very important for not only the sports director, but overall all of the WJCU sports broadcasters. Because there's one thing I've learned from my 4 years at JCU, at the radio station here, is that no matter how much you plan, something always goes wrong. So this video is really intended to serve as a troubleshooting guide for you in the future. Now, one thing to keep in mind, no matter what happens, something can go wrong. The plan could go wrong. The broadcast could be late. One thing to always remember: always keep your cool. That's absolutely critical to remember. It's absolutely vital you remember that no matter what happens, that you keep a calm, cool, and collected sort of mentality to your broadcast. Because if you don't, your other broadcasters start to panic as well, and that's when bad things happen. So just a couple of quick different troubleshooting tips. Number one, always when the phone line isn't working, just to go in order, I'm going to go from phone line to internet as well as to handling the board. If the phone line isn't working, to start off with troubleshooting just briefly, always make sure on the board, if it's not working, that the phone line is on and the microphone is off so that you're hearing them properly. As well, over here on the same vein, make sure you have the arrow on after it blinks to make sure you hear them properly. So that's just a couple quick things about the phone line. If the phone line is disconnected from the board, if you are at the venue and you believe the problem is at the venue, always make sure that the cable at the end of the phone line is plugged into the back of the kit. And moving on with the internet issues, if the 4G card isn't working as well, always make sure that the 4G card is on, that is connected to the computer, and also make sure that all the plugs in the back of the kit are plugged in as well. And as far as handling the board, really the biggest key is just making sure you don't panic, and that if something goes wrong, if the board fails, for example, always want to make sure to call your station engineer if you have any problems. But really, the overall message, besides the ins and outs of the troubleshooting, which again, a lot of which you have to figure out on your own, because many times the problem is unique, and you might need a little bit of help in doing so. I will prepare some of that for the guide. But one thing you always want to keep in mind, there's one thing you take away from these videos and this site and this guide, is you always have to keep your cool. Always have to stay calm and remember that it's not the end of the world, that this will be solved and everything will go on. If the broadcast is a couple minutes late, that's fine. Just make sure that at the beginning of the broadcast you remember to inform your listeners of what happened and make sure to apologize. So again, the purpose of this video again is to remind you that you cannot lose your cool in a difficult situation, and always remember to be smart and to call your station engineer or your general manager if things go wrong. And again, make sure to consult the other videos on the site. I want to again thank you for watching here and watching my videos. But in the meantime, have fun at WJCU Sports. Enjoy your time here. It's an amazing 4 years that you will enjoy and cherish for the rest of your life. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.